What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We're back at it, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We're going to be taking the T45 back up today. This is going to be continuing the series that I started a while back. It's not like an official series, just something I've kind of done. But originally, way back when, we departed this plane out of Meridian. It's a Meridian bird, and I think it's for VT9. We'll have to look at it again. And we flew it down to, or we flew a low level down in like southern Mississippi. Then we landed at Pensacola. The next time we flew in a live stream, we took it from Pensacola through a low level through South Georgia and landed at, I think it was Jacksonville. And then after that, we took it and we flew it on a low level through Central Florida. Over to, I think it was Patrick Air Force Base. I think we stopped at Patrick, got fuel. Why are we squatting? Come on. Go. There we go. Got fuel Patrick, and then flew it on a low level all the way down to Key West. And the last live stream I did, we departed out of Key West and flew back up on another low level over to MacDill. And so here we are at MacDill, and we're going to be flying a low level through part of Central Florida, up into Northern Florida, and land at Tallahassee. We'll be making a fuel stop there. We'll probably end the video there as well. So anyway, like I said, we're at MacDill. We're going to be flying VR1006, and we'll be getting ready to depart just here shortly. Now I see Southwest there. What is Southwest doing? Is he lining up on this runway? It doesn't look like it. It looks like he's high. Wow, what is this? Like, I don't understand what's going on. What? Yeah, that's really weird. I don't know what's going on with AI today. It's disappointing though. Stuff like that. I was kind of stoked to get back in Microsoft, and then you see stuff like that. I'm like, what is that? Seriously? What are they doing? What are they doing with their lives? Seriously, that's bad. Really bad. All right, let's take the runway. The only thing about this little plane, takes a tremendous amount of power to get it rolling, and like she squats really easy, you know. And when I say squat, I mean she just stops rolling. Like if you come out of the power a little bit, she'll stop rolling. We do have a pretty a gusty, bit of a gusty crosswind there, so it makes it a little challenging on this little trainer. So let's, I think we're set. Let's go ahead and set the local altimeter. All right, I think we're good. Let's go. Power the engines up. And we're rolling. .380 knots. 100. 110. Start pulling back. 130. I still think I need to adjust my sensitivity for pitch. It seems a little bit, lag. Seems a little bit sensitive. A little sensitive. Okay, so we're climbing out. We're going to only do like 240, somewhere in there. Get up to 1,600 feet.
109er contact in for departure on 118 decimal 8.
Yeah, we're not gonna worry about time of departure. We'll dial them in, but we're not gonna call them up. Y'all know how I feel about ATC, right? Not ATC as a whole, not as a whole, just this ATC. All right, so for the MacDill 1 departure, we're supposed to kind of turn off this way. Climbing to 1,600 feet. Get a little more power here. All right, we should be up on 16 now. There we go. All right, and then we'll fly, it's supposed to be like 082 degrees. This is probably totally not like what we're supposed to be doing, like not in the vicinity. Because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to turn and then intercept the 082 radial out of MacDill and fly outbound that way. But like I said, I'm not sure like how we could do a VOR radial intercept on this plane. We'll just go with it. All right, so on our route, VR1006, it is a long route. It is a monster route. It's like, honestly, it's like one of the longest I think I've ever seen. It's got points Alpha through Tango. So A through T. That's a lot of steer points. We're not going to be flying all those. We're going to be, we're only going to, let's see, we're going to enter at Kilo at point K, and we're going to fly it up to point Quebec and exit off there. So we're going to enter early and we're going to exit early. These are valid entry and exit points, alternate entry and exit points. There's a few throughout the entire route. Pull our speed back a little bit, get fast since we level out. Technically, we could fly 300 knots. I know a lot of planes have waivers. I think the F-16 can do 300, like 300 below 10,000 feet. I think that's what their waiver's good for. I want to say the B-1 was also 300. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to come off the route early. It's actually, VR1006 is actually a route for Saberliners. Saberliners, if you're not familiar with, are basically like a twin-engine business jet. They're pretty high performance, so from what I understand, like, I'm not 100% positive, but I want to say you can actually do some aerobatics in a Saberliner. But anyway, the Navy and the Air, I don't know if the Air Force still has them, but the Navy has some Saberliners. They use it, they're trainers for pilots that are going to bigger aircraft, strike aircraft. And it's a Saberliner route. That's why it's so long. So they fly the route to, I guess, or I'm going to assume, practice navigation and stuff like that. So we're on it in the T45. It'll be fine. I mean, you know, it's not like it's strictly limited to Saberliners. All right, we're 53 out of Kilo. Let's go ahead and start climbing, and we'll probably skip ahead a bit until we get to the route. All right, so we're back. We're about 15 miles out of the start of the entry point at Kilo. We're at 11,500 feet VFR. A beautiful, beautiful day. We're just now like a little bit kind of south of Orlando. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the power back and let our speed start coming off, and then we're going to descend down to I don't know, maybe like 3,000, something like that, 3,500, and we'll start setting up for our route entry. All right, yeah, we're now 15 out exactly. So, all right, so we got the speed brakes out. We're descending through 6,000 feet. We got the power back, 240 knots. So when we get a little closer, when we get ready to enter the route, we'll pick our speed up to like 350 or something like that. At this vicinity, doing a little reading on it, and I heard some other friends that are pilots talk about this, but let's go ahead and get our speed brakes back in. Is that like on a military flight, they would make a call to the flight service station. So for here, this is just kind of what I've doped out on, like how it would go down, but they would be like Gainesville radio, Orlando vicinity. And Gainesville radio would come back and say go ahead, and then they would say Gainesville radio, Bobcat 11 flights, or I guess they'd say single ship, T45 entering Victor Romeo 1006, time 16, and then they'd give an exit time. I don't know what my exit time is, and that would basically let the flight service station know that the route is going active, right? So kind of interesting read on that in a manual. It's probably not 100% correct, but kind of close. All right, so we made route entry. We'll proceed on course. The only thing about this route that kind of sucks is that it's only 1,000 feet AGL. That's as low as we can go. So 1,000 to 1,500 is what we'll have. So it's not like we'll be truly down in the weeds. All right, let's get a little nav map. Back to that. So now we're just south of a place called St. Cloud. Like 1,100 feet, somewhere in there. And we're letting our speed pick up as well. Now, you know, these routes, like, these are navigation route. I mean, they're mostly for navigation, low-level navigation, timing. Sometimes they have, like, simulated targets on them, like certain points might be a simulated target. You know, there's a lot of stuff that goes onto these routes, but a lot of it is like timing too. Timing from point to point, hitting your entry point, hitting your exit, that kind of stuff. So we won't, you know, we don't go into all that, but we just fly the route. So pretty cool, either way. All right, so we're 28 out of Lima, so it's going to be a bit. Let's get it trimmed down as the speed picks up. We have to trim her down more and more. Release on this forward pressure. Plane is really highly dependent on trim, like more than any other plane that I've flown in the sim, which I'd assume is pretty true for like most fighters. They're probably very trim dependent. Not too bad for 1,000 feet, and do see some traffic out there. A little bit out there, you can see it. Anyway, we're back at it. Happy Friday. I hope you all, I hope everyone had a good week, and, you know, going into a good weekend. Didn't do some videos this week. I'm looking at changing a lot of stuff up. There's going to be a lot of things kind of in the air as far as like what goes on with videos and streaming and that kind of thing. I'm really looking at, like, now that the kids are fixing to be out of school for the summer, the morning streams may be changed tonight, which isn't a bad thing anyway. I mean, I've already been kind of thinking about that. The morning streams just aren't really very conducive for a U.S. audience. We'll put it that way, for a U.S. audience, because most everyone's at work. There will be people out of school, you know, by then, so students will be out of school for the most part, but you know, people that work aren't able to really participate. So it's something that I'd already been kind of thinking about anyway, swapping it to nighttime. And so we may do that. We swap it to nights, and it'll probably be like a Monday and Wednesday night, something like that, at like 9, maybe a little earlier. I'm kind of thinking about earlier. I'm thinking about the logistics of that, what we could do. So that's going to be happening, and you know, the YouTube content, I'm still not sure, like, if I'm going to be posting things on stream days or not is the thing. Like, right now, for a long time, I've been doing videos 6 days a week plus streaming 3, and that has honestly been a tremendous amount of work. Like, it's really kind of surprising, like, how much is involved in doing that. So, you know, I may just post YouTube videos on non-stream days, and then, you know, I might have an extra one every once in a while on a stream day, but I think for the most part non-stream days. So that's kind of where things are going. We'll probably make, like, when I get it nailed down and actually start enacting that, we'll do like an official video. But you know, it's just like, while the kids are in school, you get into a certain routine that works, and then when they get out of school, it kind of changes stuff up. So, and like I said, it'll help the audience out. I think it'll give more people an opportunity to come hang out. You know, the morning streams are really kind of more conducive to like a European audience or a foreign audience. And I don't have, I mean, I do have some, you know, a fair amount of people overseas that watch, but not a lot. All right, so we're 5 out of Lima. Beautiful, beautiful countryside, Central Florida here. Coming over Florida Highway 33. Coming up right here. There you go. There's Florida Highway 33. It's cool that, you know, you can use these landmarks, and, like, actually, you know, some of the navigating that they do on this. All right, let's go ahead and turn to Mike, steer point Mike. You know, a lot of the navigating that they do on this is purely visual. Like, they look for certain landmarks, and then fly for so long, and then look for another landmark and that kind of stuff. So it's cool that you're able to, you're kind of able to do that in sim. In fact, I found a document for the Saberliner that actually makes reference to this route. And on the steer points, it specifically tells them like what landmarks to look for. So that's cool. All right, how are we doing on fuel? There we go, a little bit of external view. Pretty smooth ride today. It's a smoother ride than the last low level I flew. Last one was really bumpy. I've flown some that are really bumpy, but then again, we're up a little higher too. We're at 1,000 versus 500, so that could very well be why it's a smoother ride. The United 440 ready to pass over us there. What'd be really cool is to be able to pre-program AI traffic to fly these routes, like program the flight plan in AI and then fly it as a wingman on it. I think that would be neat. Don't know if that's doable or not. Maybe it is. Coming by Ridge Manor right now. Right over there. A lot of traffic out today. There's another one over there at 12 o'clock. Shouldn't be a factor. That's the cool thing about flying these routes in Florida is like you see a ton of traffic. Like there's tons of traffic about. Always got to keep that head on a swivel to avoid, you know, mid-air collision avoidance. Like that's a thing. That's the thing on this kind of flying is that you, especially for VFR traffic, it's out like putting around. All right, we're 3 out of Mike. All right, turn to November. I just flew over I-75 back there. I didn't realize that. I was watching the turn, not paying attention. I got airfield over there about 2 or 3 o'clock. That is something we'd have to watch. Yeah, there's a few airplanes out there. 1, 2. There's a few for sure. See if there's any more. Those are the ones I see. I think I like to have a little nav map up. It helps. It gives me an idea of like where we're at. Like we're passing over US 41 right now, and also helps me see where traffic's at as well, like who they are and what they're doing. It's like having ATC or radar. Alright, should be another airfield over here about 3 o'clock. I don't see it. There's definitely one over there. I'm not sure what town this is. It's kind of clipped off on my map. Looks like Inverness. There's Inverness Highlands North. I don't know if this is a town or a suburb of another area. And also, one of my last, I can't remember if it was my last flight sim video or one a while back, had a viewer leave a comment saying that I need more external views. Need more external views of the flight. So here's how I kind of feel about that. I don't have a problem doing more of external views. For me personally, like external view, like flying purely external kind of takes it in the realm of being a little arcadey for me. Like I like the experience of flying from the cockpit, right? I think this is like, I mean, look at it. This is as close to real, doing the real thing as you can get, and it looks absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. Where are we flying over? Like, what area is this? Gainesville? Is this like the suburbs of Gainesville? Maybe. This is County Road 491. So yeah, while we'll try to do some more external views and give a little bit more of a better view of the scenery. We'll say that. This plane actually offers a really good view anyway. I mean, if you look at it, it looks just absolutely amazing. Some of the other planes, not so much, right? But we'll try to do that. It's not like I'll be flying entirely from the external view. Like I said, that's just, I'm not, some people enjoy that. That's fine. It's not my speed. But we'll try to do a few more. We got a lot of traffic around us. I'm also using a flight recorder for this as well too, so maybe I can go back and like get some external views that way too, like some additional stuff. All right, gotta turn towards Oscar. Your point O. Not too much of a direction change there. A little bit. Oh, okay. We're over by the Crystal River. Okay. I see now. There should be a big power plant like right over here, the Crystal River power plant. See if we can spot it here in just a second. Okay, I am kind of familiar. So we're flying up the west coast. All right. So I don't know what that built-up area was that we were flying over, but there should be like a large coal-fired power plant over here and nuclear power plant as well. I think it's back there. So far, the sim seems to be doing okay today. There's been times I've flown low levels and there's like a super slight, like little jitter stutter, I guess is the best way I could explain it. It's like the frames are just a little bit behind of what you're doing. I mean, it's like just barely noticeable. But you can still kind of pick it up at times, and I don't see that today. Like, I just thought of that. I haven't noticed it the last few times I've flown, so maybe that's something that's been fixed. All right, so that's the Gulf over there. We're flying up the coast of Florida now. The west coast, I should say. This plane is a joy to fly. If you don't have it and you're thinking about it, I would get it. I'd absolutely get it. I think it's very much worth it. You know, it's not a, to me, this isn't really an IFR plane. I mean, you can fly at IFR if you want, but it shines VFR. Like, this is what this plane is meant to do. To go out flying around VFR and enjoy the scenery. You know, I mean, that's not what they do in real life. I mean, they do training in it, but this is a platform that allows you to enjoy the scenery in sim. So I don't fly at IFR. Like, if the weather is bad, I won't do it. You can. It does have ILS. But I don't know. I don't see the point in flying this plane IFR. You don't really get anything out of that, you know, other than maybe just practicing some ILS approaches or something like that. Yeah, I purely reserved this plane for VFR conditions, that kind of stuff. All right, 4 out of Oscar. Then we'll hit up Papa and Quebec. We'll come off at Quebec, and we'll head VFR direct to Tallahassee. All right, there we go. Let's turn towards Papa. A little bit of a change, not much. A little bumpier here too in this part of Florida, just a tad. It's really smooth. It's a really smooth ride at Tampa, not here. Just really bumpy when you get down on the deck, which is like one of my favorite things about doing this in Microsoft. How the wind interacts with you. This route gives you a really good idea of like how barren, how sparsely populated this part of Western Florida is. Like from Tampa on up, really. I mean, honestly, on up to like Panama City, like that whole part of the coast there. There's just not much going on. All right, 10 miles out of Papa. This would be a pretty good turn. We should be like right on the coast when we make this steer point. All right, look at our fuel, about 1,700 pounds on fuel. And 5 out of Papa. Getting ready to fly over Steinhatchee, Florida. Never even heard of that place. Do have some GA traffic. There he is, 570 Echo. All right, he's not a factor. All right, we'll turn towards Quebec. There we go, starting to roll out on it now. All right, 22 out of Quebec. We'll come off the route. We'll cruise to Tallahassee. We'll be heading to the northwest after we come off the route to Tallahassee direct VFR. So west is even, plus 500. We'll do, I don't know, it depends on how far Tallahassee's out, honestly. All right, 8 out of exit. So at this point, they would call the local, the nearest flight service station, and they would call the exit. I can't remember exactly the phraseology for that, but it would be something like Bobcat 11 exiting Victor Romeo 1006. I don't know if they give a time or all that. For us, we'll just be flying back VFR to Tallahassee. So I guess we could, you know, they could contact ATC center and get like a flight following. Or something like that, probably. So I don't see why they wouldn't. Or if they were going on IFR flight plan, they would come off the route and get an IFR pickup to their next destination. So that's kind of cool. Like, I've been looking into that. I've kind of heard about that part of it a little bit here and there, but been reading up on it a little bit here lately. At this point, we would be a little bit west of Jacksonville, that part of Florida. The route, if we were to continue taking the route, it would take us pretty close to Jacksonville where we'd come off at. All right, we've exited the route. We're climbing up to I don't know. We'll do like a 10.5 or something like that, or a 12.5, and head towards Tallahassee. Do like a high-speed climb and bleed the speed off a little bit. What a nice little airplane, though. It's an absolutely gorgeous airplane. Really well done. Gotta start trimming her up as well. There we go. All right. Go ahead and turn on course now. Now that we're getting up higher, we'll have to look out for our traffic a little bit more. All right, through 10K. Could you imagine how nice would it be to just like real life fly around VFR like this in a little jet? You know, it's not like it's I wouldn't like consider this a high performance jet by any means, but it's still a jet nonetheless. All right, coming up on there we go, roll out on course, and we're through 12,000 now. We'll power back a little bit, keep climbing. Here we are, 12.5, we'll level out. All right, let's head to Tallahassee. We'll pick up in a bit. Arrival weather for Tallahassee is winds 3507 knots. It's clear. So we'll land on what runway is this? 18336. Okay, so we'll land on runway 36. Maybe we'll do a overhead, right? What's the field elevation's 83 feet, so we'll round that up to 100 and 1,000 feet on top of that would be 1,100 feet. Gorgeous, gorgeous scenery, right? Look at that. This looks absolutely amazing. Where are we going to be flying? Let's get the little nav map back up. See what we're flying over here. Mayo, Florida. Got to November 110 Hotel Romeo. Passing a little bit below us. Like if we were co-altitude, this would be a big deal right here. It just goes to show. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be Mayo, US 27 down there. Very cool. There, I got 1,400 pounds of fuel, so we're good on that. We're absolutely good. Some of these routes, I cut them a little bit close. Like the other day during live stream, I think we landed with like 200 or 300 pounds. Wasn't a lot. I need to do better fuel planning. You see a lot of videos online of these guys landing at public use airfields, like Palm Springs would be one, Tyson McGee, or McGee Tyson, which whatever Knoxville is, landing there, Chattanooga, Tallahassee, and I think what they're doing is they're stopping for fuel. All right, passing over Perry, Florida now, just a little bit to the northeast of Perry there, way down below. A little better idea of where we're at. Just I'm blown away at like what a gorgeous day it is in Florida today. Damn, it is like absolutely beautiful. Not a cloud in the sky. I was going to see about this flight the other day, and there were storms. There were storms in the area, like between Tampa and Tallahassee, so it kind of busted the route, but absolutely gorgeous today though, right? Like you expect, going into summer, you expect Florida to be a lot more clouds and stuff like that. That's the thing, that's like one of the challenges of these long VR routes is like trying to get a route that's got good weather the entire way. Like you may have to enter or exit at an alternate point because of the weather. And that was always a problem with like VR 1055 when I used to fly it a lot back in the Satco days, was like getting a day where the weather was pretty the entire route. All right, about 20 out of Tallahassee, descending through 6,000 feet. We'll get down to 5 and we'll level out. We'll try to circle a little bit to the south of the field and then turn north. Or we'll shoot the overhead. We'll try the overhead. All right, looks like that's the field in sight right there. Okay, field's in sight. We can do the overhead Tallahassee. In fact, there's videos, at least one video online of a T45 doing the overhead into Tallahassee. Pretty neat. He came in there screaming like no damn tomorrow. He was hauling. Looks like we got some traffic out there around the field as well. Departing, maybe? Tell if he's departing or if maybe he's on a downwind. I definitely see him though. Like I said, pattern altitude for us would be like 1,100 feet. I think field elevation's 80. We'll round it up to 100 and then add 1,000. That's kind of like, that's a modified overhead. I honestly think like the carrier brake, they do it a little lower. I think they do it at like 800 feet. And they descend to 600 on the downwind. Air Force, I think it's 1,500 feet above. Maybe we're gonna do 1,000. We'll do 1,000. I mean, like I said, we're kind of going through the motions, but it's not 100%. It looks like that guy's on final. That runway I'm looking at looks like 2709. Love having track IR. It makes it so easy to be able to spot and pick up things. All right, let's go ahead and descend some more. All right, let's start getting our speed up. We'll do, yeah, I do see that. There is an aircraft coming in on final. I see him on the little nav map now. We'll come in at like 300 knots. Go ahead and get the speed up. We'll start turning for final in just a second here. All right, there's the other runway. Down to about 1,100 feet. All right, runway's in sight. There's runway 36. We'll say the guy's cleared to land. Clear for the overhead. Actually, not to land yet. It clears to land like at the perch. $315, we'll go with that. Little bit of a crosswind. We'll break midfield or towards the departure end of it to give us a little breathing room here. It's been a while since I've done this, so bear with me. It's been a minute, right? It's been a minute since we've done the overhead. A little bumpy. Yeah, we'll break over the departure end. All right, there we go. Let's roll into the brake. Get the speed brakes out. Roll out to 180. Good enough. Speed's coming down, 180. Go ahead and get gear down, full flaps. power back in. All right, coming by the perch. All right, let's start turning in. The tricky part. All right, gear down 3 green, full flaps. They were cleared to land. There we go.
Power.
Power, I know. Something new. She calls for power now.
Power. 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 Power.
Yes, I know. We're good. We got power. We're fine. There we go. He's down. And we'll roll out. Exit the active, and that'll be it. Your speed brakes back in. From the time we made the brake until landing, we got the speed brakes out the whole time. So we go into the brake and deploy the speed brakes. And then we say, wow, we're bingo just now. So that timed out perfect. Yeah, just about 500 pounds. All right, and we're here. Welcome to Tallahassee, everyone. Hope y'all enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. I really like, this is some of my favorite flying, is flying the low levels in the little T45. It's an absolute blast. It really just is. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, as always, please be sure to like and subscribe, ring that bell. It always helps. Like I said, it helps a lot of things. Of course, it helps the channel grow, which is, you know, something we absolutely love. But also, it helps, you know, give an idea like what people enjoy watching, what they want to see, that kind of thing. So that's what I'm always looking at, is that kind of information. So anyway, that's going to do it. We'll catch you in the air next time. Peace.